All right, Ebusia, young cameo, and far emla your platform so ene jabo, eja enya ababedu, Alan Cash, John Kojo, Kyerematen, wono, ene no ye founder for a idea movement for change. Now, report wa eba and say ene wo nyakonya aba besese dino, oba aba be rebrand no. Na first no bibia timi adakwenti wo hwa some of the rivals no and a travel kama yet the details of the story no but don't forget say over subscribe channel no e dey amaye na channel no etimi all the exclusive say any day university akọ ye bese se din no akọ akopiem say edin bey na John Kyerematen Kojo enyakonya akokoden a rebranding movement for change for upcoming election beba in the year 2028 yako na yako enjoy inferior na ebetimi apm for the rebranding openino babe yenko enjoy enfumna
presidential candidate Mr. Honorable Alan John Kyerematen. The media man, you can do better shots.
You say Ghana first. UP. Ghana first. Then the second one is UP. Party Papa. UP. Party Papa. UP. Party Papa. And the third one is UP. Ghana shall rise again. UP. Ghana shall rise again. UP. Ghana shall rise again. Let's do it once more. The first one is UP. Ghana first. It's very important.
We shall fight for progress. We shall strive.
But until I announce to you, you cannot assume. And so, with a hand of clap offering, let's welcome on stage the man that the world wanted him to be a great boss. The colonies of the dynasty, the special one, the islands, the first one to the world.
A new dawn that will end the divisiveness, acrimony, and rancor in politics in Ghana. A new dawn that will also end the duopoly in Ghanaian politics by offering Ghanaians a credible alternative and eliminate the culture of winner takes all. A new dawn that will bring about economic transformation, which will translate into massive job opportunities, usher in a golden age of business, and also create prosperity for our country, Ghana. A new dawn that will mobilize the collective strengths and talents of all Ghanaians for national development, irrespective of age, ethnicity, religion, or political affiliation. A new dawn that will promote accountable and transparent governance and introduce a policy of zero tolerance for corruption. A new dawn that will at least protect the environment and promote sustainable development. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is what underpins the establishment of the United Party. The UP, as you've been told, is a broad-based, and every word here is pregnant with meaning. The UP is a broad-based, that's number one. It is a center or centrist party, two. And then it seeks to build a united Ghana. And number four, accelerate the economic and social transformation of our country. Number six, by mobilizing the collective strengths and talents of all Ghanaians. If Ghana is to be 40, and that is what we call Vision 2040. And we are branding this as the Paradise Project. So by 2040, if the people of Ghana, by the grace of God, install us in power, then we promise them that by 2040, Ghana will become a paradise. Now, you may articulate your vision, but what is it that you are going to do to realize your vision? That is what your mission is. And our mission as a party is to build one, a united, peaceful, secure, and prosperous country. Can you become the economic powerhouse of Africa if you are divided? No. Can you? You must understand that these are our core values. Number one, we want to promote integrity and ethical leadership at all levels of our national level. It's not just for the president. Ethical leadership and integrity is not just for the president. If you are a constituency chairman, you are a leader. And so you have to exhibit ethical leadership. If you are a police station chairman, are you not the leader of your police station? So we want you to exhibit that kind of leadership. Number two, we want to introduce a culture of discipline in all aspects of national life. We are very indisciplined. If a function is supposed to start at 10, they assume that everybody will be late. So we should come at 11 o'clock. Now if you go to Germany, right from the time when you go to kindergarten, they let you understand that if school starts at 7 o'clock, by 5 to 7, you are hovering around. 7 o'clock, they drop you off. Not 7:30 or 8 o'clock. We need to introduce discipline. 3, we want to ensure that we enforce laws and order. We don't respect laws and order in our country. And our core value is to enforce the laws and law and order in our country. Number 4, we want to promote meritocracy. Sometimes you wonder, so how did this man get into this position? How? And somehow he has maneuvered to become a big man in society. That is not meritocracy. It is something else. And we want to promote that. And also have a passion for excellence. Even in our homes. If you strive for excellence, that's what hard do. Is that not our culture here? No, but how can you become the economic powerhouse of Africa if you don't have a passion for excellence? Look at all the great countries of this world. And I don't want to mention names. It is clear that people strive for excellence. In Ghana, is that our culture? And people celebrate it. You know. But the UP is going to introduce a new culture. Now, ensure tolerance for diversity of opinions and introduce that, because nobody has shown us and given us direction that it is not right to be insulting people just because you have a different opinion. Number 6, we want to instill patriotism amongst Ghanaians at all times and promote the interests of Ghana and not your individual interests. In Ghana, everybody is protecting their own interests. So how can you develop as a nation? You've forgotten about the interests of Ghana and you are thinking about your own individual interests. Number 7, we want to unleash the entrepreneurial spirit of the Ghanaian. What makes Ghanaians different is because of that spirit. But our politics has dampened that spirit in us. You need a new party that will unleash the entrepreneurial spirit of Ghanaians. Number 8, we want to promote free speech and freedom of association. This is one of the core values of the old UP. That is why we are talking about UP. But it is UP plus. Because we've gone beyond even the values of the old UP to be proud of. Or if your wife is oppressing you, now the men are saying, that's out in the council. So when you go to work and you cannot give off your best, check what is happening at home. Somebody is being oppressed, either the man or the woman. So you cannot give off your best. Fellow countrymen and women, as you've been told by earlier speakers, my colleagues, the formation of the United Party is a transition from the movement for change. Look, just look back. With all that Africa, by 2040, that Ghana will become the new manufacturing hub for Africa. Ghana will become the new. You see, it doesn't happen by chance. We talk about China. Everybody is running to China. But remember, China turned around only in the early 1990s. Early 1990s, that is when China opened up to the world and started real, what I call real manufacturing. 1990, beginning of 1990 to now, they are the second most powerful economy. So there's hope for Ghana, but it is only the United Party that can lead that transformation. We align our educational curriculum with our national development needs. The people we are training now do not have jobs because the skills they are acquiring are not what our industries require. True or false? Yes. So now we have to do that alignment. And the focus in education will now shift from theoretical book knowledge to practical knowledge based on competencies and skills. We are going to have a situation after 2028, in 2029, where young people, your children, after SHS, will prefer to go to a trade school than to go and do a degree in a university. Because that is where the employment is going to come from.
Have adopted the best of the values and principles of the early UP, many of which are now taken for granted as constitutional rights. But we have also enhanced them based on our diverse experiences of governance in Ghana. We are a center party, a centrist. Pragmatism is our watchword. We have to be very objective in whatever we are doing. We adopt workable policies, driving private enterprise for growth, whilst protecting social development. We balance our priorities and ensure the best interests of Ghana at all times. We are big on integrity, discipline, mindsets, and behavioral change. That is the interim leadership of UP Plus brings together decades of top quality public service experience in both elected and appointed office, private sector, and organized civil society, local and international. So this party is not just coming out or thinking somebody saying that we want to break their party or out of frustration. No. We sat down, thought very well, reflected, expanded our watch, and finally came together to come up with this party. Ghana is our motherland, and we want to save Ghana. This solid experience blends with youth who have fresh energy. This party is for the youth and women. You know, man, like we once said, you and I wouldn't have been surviving if Eve had not entrapped Adam. You know that? You are well dressed, handsome, beautiful, like today will have been naked. But Adam, our mother, our grandmother, Hawa, decided to test our grandfather. Today, from that time, it told us that there is a need for a change in man's life. You go through a process. It's not just an event. So this is where we are. At any point in time, you need to look back to where you come at your present date and then reflect. Am I going forward? I'm going backwards. If it's backwards, please, then you change your direction. And we believe that no one is static in a party. No one has been born to be placed in one party. No. Your interest is to change wherever you live and make it comfortable and conducive for people to live in. Also, we aim at working together with the most competent national talent and assets for the benefit of Ghana. Our government will always be one based on national unity. Unity of ideas, unity of resources, and unity in the sharing of benefits. When you finish working, you have to enjoy the fruits of your sweat. But we'll do that genuinely, equitably, so that everybody will know that what I get is what I deserve. Don't behave like the three chiefs, where they went with one small boy, they stole the goods, and then after stealing the goods, they told the small boy to go and fetch water. They finished dressing the goods, they shared it, There were 2 big ones and 1 small one. So the small boy said, the one going to take this small one, the whole world will hear that his goat was stolen. That is where we want a new generation, a new crop of people with sincerity, being God-fearing, honest. We have come to serve Ghana. We should do the right thing so that Ghana will regain its name. That is the UP for you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is on this note that I welcome you to the adoring of the UP Plus. I urge you to take on the duty of informing voters that the UP Plus exists as a viable alternative with spaces and opportunities beyond MPP and NDC. The 2 parties have excluded some of our best talents with narrow doors, closed with underhand tactics. Educate the public that UP Plus is different, with open doors, welcoming merit, and prepared to work with everybody. This party is a unique party. No discrimination, no tribalism. No, you don't come from my region. I don't come from the same region with you. So this guy sidelined me. We are people with coming from one nation, one destiny. So we are one people. Never to discriminate. If you are Akan or Ashanti, precise, I'm Gunja Hausa, I'm Nkunya, I'm Kwewu. We are all the same. Sometimes I find it difficult to even express my ethnicity or my tribe. Because as I stand here, I have 9 blood in me. Oh yes, I have Scottish blood, I have Fanti blood, I have Kwewu blood, I have Ashanti blood, I have Gunja blood, I have Hausa blood, I have Gucci blood, I have Chungulu blood. So you see, I speak all those languages. It's not being concocted, it's true. Those who know me, I speak in Konya. Those who speak in Konya, try me. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, this is something you should reflect. Indeed, nearly 2 million persons refused to vote in the last elections. They were prepared to risk their lives. Some of you were part of it. To risk your life in opposition. Is that not so? Because they preferred a better leadership. Ghana, and I repeat, Ghana, we have no problem. Ghana has no problem. We have a leadership crisis. We need people, when we talk of leadership, somebody who will lead, a transformational leader, a transactional leader, a servant leader, charismatic leader. When he appears, I'm not just trying to sell Alan as my leader and no, he has to justify when the time comes. But the point is that when you find certain leaders, nobody tells you that this is a leader. Handsome, tall, broad, what again? I mean, there are certain representations when you take for somebody to come and represent your country. How do you feel? I won't go there, but at least how do you feel? So, so some of you risked your lives. Some of you were at the verge of being attacked, killed, wounded, just because you had ceded off to support Allah. I know some were beaten, attacked in the night. Some even had their houses burnt. But yes, blocked. But ladies and gentlemen, for anything good, you take a risk for greater return of what? Return. Whatever you have lost, we pray, inshallah, God will replenish it. Will replenish it and then go forward. Others argue that the two parties who have been involved or involving in and out of government have both failed. It's not me saying it. Look, when you keep eating one food all the time, there's a day you have a problem with your wife. I take t-shirt, I take fufu, but continuously rice. Don't you think one day you'll be fed up? You are a foul. So it is very, very important. We have been stuck to the duopoly system in Ghana. We are not taking any benefits, but at least at the end of the day, we need to come up with an alternative system. All governments have failed. It was only one person I can remember who attempted it and did it, and that was President Kufuor. Positive inclusion. That's how I joined NPP. Because he invited us, and myself and the late Rashid Bao, my cousin, and we joined him. We came as independents. But when we came home and realized that that place was so conducive, can receive visitors, we decided to give the best out of ourselves to support MPs. But today, I say it doesn't exist. When you come, we were on Kyerematen. It's a jargon being used. So, inclusive governance and sustainable development, you need people. Ghanaians are yearning for it. Thank you. Okay. So we talk of a party and leadership that we can trust. Ghana, there are people in those parties, those duopoly, they don't trust, they are only there because they have no place to go. But who will give them a refuge? They should come. These forward-thinking voters, many quite youthful and independent-minded, are deeply concerned about prioritizing national interests, resolving unemployment, and empowering the ordinary Ghanaian to live a life of reasonable prosperity. Right now, everything we have in this country, we should not say we are poor. Why is our water bodies destroyed? Every corner of Ghana you go, there's gold. We have bauxite, we have diamond, we have manganese, we have cobalt, we have lithium, you have iron. Tell me everything, but you need a single person who has foresight, who can bring all these things together and transform them into a more productive asset that will change the condition of human. The United Party is here to meet those aspirations. We invite you, the media, and all of the civil society to work with us to refresh our democracy and lead ourselves into a new era of inclusive prosperity founded on what? Integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having patience for me. God bless you.